Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are studying hard at home and enjoying the e-learning initiative of Cambridge International School, Dusua. I'm your accountancy teacher, Mr. Sunil Kumar. Today, we will learn one more topic of the chapter. But before begin with the topic, let's recapitulate what we have done in our previous lesson. Before starting the question, we have to recap the rules for debit and credit by both the approaches, that is traditional approach and modern approach. First, we will take traditional approach. According to the traditional approach, accounts are divided into personal account and impersonal account. In personal account, we will take a natural person, artificial person, a representative person. In natural person, these are the persons which is created by God. These are like Aman, Raman, Radha, Mukesh, etc. Artificial person. Artificial person means person which is created by law, and it can be any business. It's a small business or a large business. For example, Tata Industries, Reliance Industries, Punjab National Bank, State Bank of India, Cambridge International School, Chandigarh University, etc. are artificial persons. The representative persons, these are the persons which represents a group of person like outstanding expenses, accrued income, income received in advance, etc. Now, impersonal account, it covers two accounts, that is real account and nominal account. In real account, all the assets will be taken like tangible assets, intangible assets, fixed assets, current assets, etc. And nominal account, in nominal account we will take all expenses and losses, incomes and gains. This is the traditional approach. Rules for debit and credit by traditional approach are here below. Number 1, personal account. It covers all the persons, natural person, artificial person, and representative person. Rule for the personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Second is a real account. It covers all the assets, whether it's intangible assets, tangible assets, current assets, or fixed assets. Few of the example of assets are land, building, cash, etc. The rule for the real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Number 3, nominal account. Nominal account covers all expenses, losses, incomes and gains. And the rule for the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Accounts covered under modern approach. Number 1, assets. Number 2, liabilities. Number 3, capital. Number 4, revenue. Number 5, expenses. Here are the rules for debit and credit by modern approach. Modern approach covers 5 heads. These are assets, liabilities, capital, revenue, and expenses. According to the modern approach, accounts are debit or credit when they are increased or decreased. So let's see all the accounts, when they increase or decrease, what effect they put on journal entries. Number one is assets. When assets are increased, it will be debited. When assets are decreased, it will be credited. Number two, liabilities. Increase in the value of liabilities, credit. Decrease in the value of liabilities, debit. Number three, capital. Increase in the value of capital, credit. Decrease in the value of capital, debit. Number four, revenue. Revenue is also known as income. Increase in the amount of revenue, credit. Decrease in the amount of revenue, debit. Number five, expenses. Increase in the amount of expenses, debit. Decrease in the amount of expenses, credit. So this is the modern approach and the rules for debit and credit by modern approach. Today we are starting a next topic, that is ledger. First we will see the meaning of ledger. A ledger may be defined as a book or register which contains, in a summarized and classified form, a permanent record of all the transactions. It is the most important book of accounts, since the trial balance is drawn from it, and from the trial balance financial statements are prepared. Hence, the ledger is called the principal book. It means that after recording all the transaction in a chronological order in journal, we prepare ledger. In ledger, we take all the transactions related to one account into ledger, and all the debits and credits will be done over there. It is a summarized form of account in which all the transactions related to that particular head is classified, and it is recorded for a permanent basis. Since trial balance is prepared, trial balance is a book in which we record all the debits and credits of a transactions. Since it is prepared from ledger and from trial balance, financial statements are prepared. Now, what is financial statements? In financial statements, we prepare trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. We will discuss financial statements in detail in another chapter. So, after trial balance, financial statements are prepared. Hence, this book is called principal book. So ledger is also known as principal book of accounts. Now the features of ledger. Number one, the ledger is a record of all the accounts. It means all the accounts are recorded in the ledger. It is bring to one particular account, and all the transactions related to that particular account is recorded in ledger. Number two, it is prepared from journal. First, we have to prepare journal. After preparing journal, we will prepare ledger. So, the ledger comes after journal. Third, ledger accounts show the current balance in the accounts. Now, according to when we prepare ledger account at the end of the ledger account, there is a balance carried down figure. That figure is known as the current balance of that particular account. So it always shows the current balance of the account. Number four, trial balance and final accounts are prepared from ledgers. Once the trial balance, once the ledger is prepared, then we prepare trial balance and final accounts from it. Number fifth, ledger account summarizes the effect of transactions upon assets, liabilities, capital, income, and expenditure. It gives the effects of all these five heads: assets, liabilities, capital, incomes, and expenditure. Here is the format of ledger. Format means how we have to draw the ledgers. We have a particular format or a particular specimen for making a ledger. In ledger, there are 8 columns and 2 rows. In first column, we will write date. Second column, particulars. In third column, we will write journal folio, and fourth column, amount, that is in rupees. Again, after completing the 4 columns, again the next 4 column will be same: date, particulars, ledger folio, and amount. Now one side of the ledger is called debit side, and the right hand side of the ledger is called credit side, and left hand side is debit side. So in date column, we have to write the date of the transaction, the date on which the transaction took place, we write in the date column. In particulars column, we write the name of the account, like salaries, machinery, land, etc. In third column, journal folio, we will write page number or the reference number from where this particular account has come up. Now see, like in ledger we were writing ledger folio, sorry, in journal we were writing ledger folio. Now in ledger we will be writing journal folio. So we can see that the page number of the journal will be written in this column. Next, the amount. Amount of the transaction is recorded in amount column, and same with the credit side. The date of the transaction will be recorded in the date column. Name of the account is recorded in particular column. Journal folio, the page number is recorded here, and the amount of the transactions are recorded on the credit side. So this is the format of ledger. We have already seen the specimen of ledgers that a shopkeeper or the business is maintaining. In the previous slide, we have already seen that the format of ledger. Today, we will learn about the posting of opening entry. Opening entry means journal entry which is done at the time of commencement of business. Here, we follow rule: all assets will be debited and all liabilities will be credited. When assets are posted to ledger, all assets will be shown on the debit side as to balance brought down. On the contrary, when liabilities are posted to the ledger accounts, all the liabilities will be shown on the credit side as by balance brought down, BD. To understand it in a better way, let's do a practical or numerical question. Here is the question. Pass the opening entry on 1st April 2020 on the basis of the following information taken from the books of Mr. Ashok. Also, post the opening entry. Here in table, following items are given: cash in hand rupees 20,000, sundry debtors 60,000, stock of goods 40,000, plant 50,000, land and building 1 lakh, sundry creditors 1 lakh. So here is the solution for the question. First, we have to pass journal entries. So we will pass the journal entries. The rules for the journal entries which we follow here is all assets will be debited and all liabilities will be credited, and capital also credited. So here we have to write all the assets on the debit side. In the question, assets which are given are cash account, sundry debtors account, stock account, plant account, land and building account. So these are the assets. All the assets will be written on the debit side. So cash account debited, sundry debtors account debited with 60,000, stock account debited with 40,000, plant and machinery account debited with 50,000, land and building account is debited with 1 lakh. 2. Sundry creditors. So creditors rule here is credit side. To sundry creditors on the credit side 1 lakh. Now this is an opening entry. So whenever we will open a business, we bring some assets with us, and there is some liabilities also in the business if we purchase other running business. So this is the beginning of the business. We have some assets and liabilities. So when we add all the assets, we will get 2,70,000 on the debit side's total, and on credit side's total is only 1 lakh. So there is a difference of 1,70,000. Now the beauty of this question is like this question is uh, here this entry is an opening entry. So whatever the difference between assets and liabilities, it will be capital. So it is given in the footnote also, capital account is the difference between all assets and liabilities. Therefore, capital equals to assets minus liabilities. So the total of debit assets are 2,70,000 and the credits are 1 lakh. So the difference is 1,70,000 and it is known as capital. So we will write to capital account the difference 1,70,000. The narration is being opening entry is made. Now we will post the opening entry into ledgers. Now first we will prepare cash account. Here we have to keep in mind that as per the rule, all the assets when they are open, their opening balance will always be on the debit side. So all the assets account when they are transferred and this entry is opening entry, it will be written on debit side. So the first account is cash account. It will be written on the debit side because cash is an asset. In date column, we will write the year 2020 and month 1st April to balance brought down 20,000 in the amount column. Now balance brought down is the opening balance, so it is written on the debit side. Second account is sundry debtor. Again, sundry debtor is also an asset, so its opening balance will also be on the debit side. We will write in date column, we will write the year and the month of date 2020, April 1st to balance brought down in amount column 60,000. In the same manner, stock is also an asset, so opening balance will be on the debit side. In date column, year is 2020, month is April, date is 1st April, to balance brought down in amount column 40,000. So this completes our uh, first three ledgers. Next account is plant account. Plant account is also an asset, so opening balance of all the assets will be shown on debit side as per the rule. Here in date column we will write year and month and date. Year is 2020, month is April, date is 1st, to balance brought down in amount column 50,000. So here plant account is finished. Next is land and building. Land and building account. So land and building is also an asset, so its opening balance will be shown on the debit side as per the rules. So on the debit side, in the date column we will write date 1st April 2020 in particulars, to balance brought down in amount column amount rupees 1 lakh. So land account is also finished. Now next is sundry creditor. We know that creditors are the liabilities. So the rule for the liability is all the liabilities will be shown on the credit side of the ledger. So in date column we will write the date 2020 April 1st by balance brought down. Now here we have to write by. The word by will be written on the credit side and to is written on the debit side. So by balance brought down because it is an opening balance. So whenever we will write opening balance, it will be brought down, balance brought down. So the amount of sundry creditor is also 1 lakh. So this finishes our sundry creditors account also. Next is capital account. Capital accounts rule is also credit side. So capital's opening balance is also shown on the credit side of the ledger. So in the date column, we will write date 2020 April 1st by balance brought down. Amount is 1,70,000. So in this way, we will prepare or we will post the journal into the ledger, and this question is completely based on the opening entries. So whenever we make opening journals, so we have to keep in mind that all the assets will be written on the debit side and it will be written as to balance brought down, all the assets, and all the liabilities on the credit side, and they are written as by balance brought down. So whenever there is an opening entry, we will write to balance brought down and by balance brought down. So this completes our today's opening entry and posting of opening entry into their respective ledgers. Dear student, this is all for the day, and you are requested to do as many as question you can do at home. If you feel any problem in any question, do let me know so that we can solve it as soon as possible. Thank you. This is all for the day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. Thank you once again.